Hey, Rat Bag, is that yours?
No, it's not.
But this 34's nice.
It's immaculate. And I bought it for 1,500 bucks, but sold it for the same.
Go.
Hello, I'm Mark. This is Mum's first and only car. She's 99 and it's a 1972-73 LJ Tirana.
Wow. Now, have you had it redone anything with it?
No, as you see, it is as original.
Mum's car.
Yep, so she doesn't drive it anymore.
And your name?
Mark.
Mark, congratulations for bringing it here and keeping it in good nick, eh?
No worries, yeah, sure. So,
original.
3 on the tree.
3 on the tree.
Yeah.
People don't even remember that one, do they?
No, no.
Good on you.
And the only ding that Mum's got is in the rear bumper.
So,
Original colour, never been painted, just looked after, that's all.
and how many years she's had it since new?
Yeah, since she bought it with her own money in 73.
And her name?
Dorothy.
Great. Fantastic, sir.
So Mum just looks after it. Well, not well, we look after it now because she can't drive.
Family.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, she reversed into the letterbox.
Can happen.
Yeah, mate, yeah. Maybe can actually at the shop.
Whose car is this one? Is one of these yours? That's yours? Can you tell me about it?
Yeah, it's 1931 Ford out of America, steel body, right-hand drive, running a 383 Chev Stroker. So it's actually called transgender because the Chevy and a Ford, because we want it to go. And it certainly goes, 383 Stroker, and been hot rodding since I was 7 years of age because my old man was a big speedway gun at Clermont, and here we are. This is our church here today, so we're all at church.
Beautiful, man.
Thank you.
And
buddy.
your name?
Ralphie Taylor.
Thanks, Ralphie Taylor. Let me have a good look at this mixture of a rod.
Yes, you can
Come with
do
us.
whatever you want. Actually, have a look here. I'll show you something. You need to get a bit of that there. You see that?
Got it.
We made that up because it's the Chevy bay run the Ford.
Yeah, the combination.
Got Ford tough with Chevy stuff.
So there's a mix.
Yeah.
Bed. Woohoo! Thank you. I'll give it to Trev. Yeah, to. Hi, Miles.
Good morning, how are you?
What do you got here?
It's a 1960 Chevy Impala, what they call a sport sedan, flat top roof. It's a model that doesn't have a pillar, so it's a
Turn around.
pillarless.
Yep, keep going.
Yeah.
I'm going to go around it.
When you wind it down, all the chrome and stainless just drops away, and so it's a standard 283 Chevy with 2-stage power glide in it. Yeah, I've had it for a few years now. Got a what you call a Continental kit on the rear bumper.
Come close to this mic, man.
She's
You're right next to it.
Great, just a great old cruiser for us.
Great.
Yeah.
What did you do to it? Come around.
I actually bought it.
Come close now.
Much like it is, although I'm a panel beater by trade, so I've done a few little things to it and fixed her up. But for last year's, this year's Bullies Camp Out, I gave it a different look and put what's called the scallop stripes over the bonnet. Added a few things like the old rock and roll dice.
Alright, thank you, Maz.
Cool.
G'day, I'm Doug with the Bifer Classic Car Club, and I have a 1972 LJ Holden Tirana.
Your son mentioned that your mum, or his mum, 99 years old.
She is, and she bought this car from Freeman Motors, one of the Holden dealerships in Adelaide, where Holden started, with Elizabeth and Woodville plants, and one of the dealers is Freeman Motors. So she bought it for $2,500 with her own money then.
And you're talking about the naming of cars in Australia.
Yes, well, the Americans, hence the GM-H, they wanted something uniquely Australian. It starts back in 66, 67. The Australians designed the HK Holden Monaro Coupe, GTS, which came out in 1968, and the Vauxhall Viva, which is General Motors. That then became the Tirana. But the Americans wanted something to sound very Australian. So they didn't want a Holden Camaro. They already had Camaros. So the head of General Motors in Elizabeth and Woodville in Adelaide, where Holden started, he went through the Blue Mountains in New South Wales. There's a township called Monaro, or New South Wales say Monaro. There's also the Monaro Highway. And he went back and forth and had the Holden Fury, a number of names suggested when he went to Detroit, and it hit him. It said, "Welcome to Monaro Country." Cigarettes were popular then, the Marlboro cigarettes, welcome to Marlboro Country. So he checked with the Parliament and all the people in the centre, particularly the council and that the new Holden Coupe may be called a Holden Monaro. And we went to America, and the American said, "Hey buddy, John, is that an Australian name?" He said, "Bloody oath, mate, couldn't be more Australian. It's an Aboriginal word meaning high plateau or rise." And the Vice President said, "God damn, I like it. It sounds like Camaro, but it ain't Camaro, it's Monaro, an Aboriginal word." So then that caught on, and by the time Peter Brock's becoming a legend, we all know, they decided to call the Vauxhall Viva the Tirana. And the HB Tirana was the first Tirana. And this is an LJ and an LC. Then Peter Brock made the legend. Then you fast forward the 80s and 90s, they brought the J engine Chimera out, and Chimera means with the wind.
And what does Tirana mean?
Tirana means to fly or flight.
We have this First Nations Aboriginal heritage that we respect now, and Holden's part of it.
I say that to some of our First Nation people, and I am a white fella, as the people call me, but I appreciate some of the culture going back 60,000 years here. In Canberra's an Aboriginal name, Gidjiginup, some of the places here, Canberra. Even one American said to me, "You guys have got Walsing Matilda." He said, "You down by the billabong, is that something you guys smoke in Australia?" And no, billabong is an Aboriginal word for water source or
campground.
And what's a jumbuck in a tucker bag, if people are familiar with Walsing Matilda? That's a merino sheaf in a tucker bag the Smagan picked up trying to survive.
Yeah.
So this isn't taught in school enough.
Your name, man?
My name is Doug Michael John.
Fantastic.
I'm with the Bifer Classic Car Club, also the American Car Club of WA, and I've been the president of the Top Loaders Club, Just Cruising Club, the vice president of the Mustang Owners Club, so I know the scene pretty well, and you might say I'm a bit of a car historian and an Australian historian.
Well, that is a great story and many to do. Peter Brock was my
idol
at home, watching the Bathurst, driving like the Brock. Knew him well in that space. Wish him in the world above, but the thing about Peter, he's inspired so many, Mr. Brock. Take care, Dougie. What were you going to say?
The last 2 years ago, prior to COVID, I went to the Peter Brock Memorial up at Gidgegunnup, where he crashed, and he was his last one in the Targa West.
I know.
And that is quite a memorial out there, and a lot of hundreds of young people still go there. It's a generational thing. It's a retro. I call it today, 21st, a retro world. Old movies, cars, crash, and all these young people are trying to get in the era we grew up, because it's a great positive era, you know, where people moved ahead, you know.
Indeed.
We've got the gent going to fire up his hot rod next door.
Gotta go home, work on the other one.
Take a ride. See you later, man.
Yeah, thanks. Watch yourself.